Hey y'all, hi. It is gift guide time, which is exciting for a couple of reasons. One, I just love gifts. I love giving gifts. I love the concept of gifts. Gift giving is my love language, so it gets me all riled up. Consequently, I've spent a lot of time dwelling on what makes a good gift, and specifically being delighted to have hit upon things that I think make good gifts. So I feel particularly primed to deliver a concise but hard-hitting gift guide every year because it's just one of my passions. It's also exciting because it's the holiday gift guide, so I was like, we have to have a little bit of a holiday look. I put on Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon for the first time in a very long time. I feel like this is that holiday hair that says like, happy holidays, I'm kind of a hot mess, emphasis on the hot. Or like, happy holidays, I don't brush my hair, but it's an updo, sort of. That's the kind of thing I like to pair with cocktail attire, cocktail attire, a red lip, and I don't brush my hair. What could be more celebratory? And the other thing that's exciting is that I've decided to stick to the gift giving secret that I revealed in last year's gift guide, but just with new items, because I got a lot of good feedback on that. A lot of people have said that video changed the way that I think about gift giving. And the concept is this, the secret, my personal secret is this. Something that makes a great gift is an upgraded version of a thing that the person already uses. So instead of trying to get something for someone that they've never known they needed or that they've never thought of, instead of trying to come up with some sort of magical solution to all of their life's problems, fulfill their desires that they haven't been able to express or something, instead of trying to reach for the unrealistic gift-giving stars, stick to items that either everybody uses or that this particular person definitely uses, and then hone in on the exquisite version of that thing. Because a lot of times people don't buy the most exquisite version of something for themselves. So I have another gift guide. I was going to say packed, but it's not even really packed. It's a gift guide that contains a carefully curated selection of exquisite versions of things that everyone uses or that a lot of people use. And I can't wait to share them with you. I was going to say, let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video, but should I do the thing? I'll do it really quickly. Maybe this is your first time to my channel because maybe you're really looking for gift guides. Maybe this is your gateway video. If it is, welcome. My name is Hannah. I love to talk about aesthetics. I make fashion and beauty content, which I guess this isn't either. I make fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content here on YouTube. If you like this, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. So this video is sponsored by the luxurious body care products brand Nécessaire, which is ideal because I'm a big fan of the brand already, which is kind of a given. I've been using the products for years, and Nécessaire products perfectly exemplify the gift-giving ethos that I talked about in the introduction. So their limited edition holiday collection features 5 full-sized body care essentials, which are packed with facial-grade ingredients for visible results. That's kind of the thing with Nécessaire. So you get these big, beautiful, hefty bottles of gorgeous product that anyone can find a use for. And when you give them as gifts, you're also giving someone the pleasure of having this elevated design in their lives because the packaging is gorgeous. So it's like you give the gift of really great body care, but you also give the gift of making their shower look like an Instagram shower, making their medicine cabinet look like a shelfie. It's exactly what I love to give, a top quality and highly aesthetic version of something that everyone uses. Of course, I'm really into the aesthetic, but of course, the products themselves also really deliver. They're packed with beautiful skincare ingredients like niacinamide, omegas 6 and 9, like real deal skincare ingredients. The body exfoliator is one of my all-time favorite shower products. It's made with AHAs, BHAs, and volcanic pumice. I'm also still a massive fan of the body oil. This bottle's kind of grimy because I've been using it. It's one of the things that I used on my belly throughout my pregnancy. I love that these formulas are so pure. None of them are pumped full of additives. That's one of the things that makes Nécessaire great. To me, this makes a great gift for the person who has everything or the person who's hard to buy for, like hard to shop for. I could see getting this for my uncle, my dad even. My dad doesn't even know what a shelfie is, but I can't help but but think that he would still appreciate the sleek beauty of the packaging and especially the straightforward effectiveness of the formulas. Actually, I hope he's not watching this because I'm kind of talking myself into it right now, into getting this for my dad, because he doesn't like fussy stuff. He definitely uses stuff like this, but he wouldn't like a scented product. And I'm sure that these Nécessaire products are going to be way, way higher quality and nourish his skin much more deeply than anything that he's ever bought in his life. So again, the perfect example of the type of thing that I like to give, an upgrade on the existing system for somebody. So thank you so much, Nécessaire, for sponsoring. I have a promo code for this, so I'll put that at the top of the description box, and I'll put all the links down in the description box too. Okay, next up, the next gift idea, East Fork pottery, specifically the East Fork mug. Actually, if you have someone to whom you want to give a big gift, like a feature gift, I'm excited to talk about the mug because I feel like it fits like the largest gift giving category. I guess it's just sort of like the mid. I mean, I guess it depends on your budget and who you're buying gifts for and how many people you're buying gifts for. But to me, the mug is like, and you get one, and you get one, and you get one. It's kind of like on that level of gift giving. But if there's someone to whom you want to give a feature gift, like a really special one big thing, a larger piece of East Fork pottery makes such a good gift. And it's something that I've given and that I've given myself. So I have a couple pieces here. They weren't gifts. They're things I bought myself. The mixing bowl, I've talked about this on my channel before. It was in a What's Cheering Me Up Right Now back when I got it. And this glaze, Henri's Red, was a limited edition glaze that sold out like almost instantly. And I was so pleased with myself for managing to snag. Actually, I have 2 mugs in this color from the mixing bowl. And they've just brought it back as a seasonal color, which means that they've produced way more of it. And you can now get a mixing bowl or a mug in Henri's Red without having to like super speed check out in the first 5 minutes of the sale going live, which is what I had to do to get this before. People are really intense about East Fork. I mean, including me. I'm one to talk. But it is just absolutely beautiful North Carolina stoneware. And this is what I said in my other video where I talked about East Fork, but the thing that makes it great for us is that it's sturdy. The forms are beautiful, but they're not that sort of delicate, precious dishware that will crack if you accidentally knock it against the side of the sink. You know what I mean? If you drop it on your tile floor, it will break, but it isn't prone to chipping. And chipping is a problem that we've had before. Joe and I have a lot of East Fork. We're very, very, very slowly building like a dinnerware collection. So we have a couple plates, a couple bowls, and we're just like building on it every once in a while. And so far, none of it has chipped. And Joe does all the dishes in our house. And all of our dishes before this were chipped because he's a chipper of unsturdy dishes, but not East Fork. Sorry, I digressed a little bit. The mixing bowl, the everyday serving bowl. No, the weeknight serving bowl. Is that what it's called? I think it's called the weeknight serving bowl. And this glaze is the shade Eggshell. We have a couple of accent pieces in this color. Most of our dinnerware is the color Amaro. I didn't bring any examples down here of that, but that's our main color. We have a couple Henri's Red pieces and a couple of Eggshell pieces. I'm a super fan, I'm telling you. So those 2 large pieces, especially the second one I showed you, the weeknight serving bowl, that's a gorgeous piece to gift. I gave my sister that bowl in one of the seasonal greens for her birthday this past year. But let's talk about the mug. So here's why it particularly fits perfectly into the ethos. It's expensive. So this dishware is expensive. And obviously buying a large piece of really nice dishware, that's an expensive gift kind of no matter where you get it from. But it's expensive for a mug. It's, I think, $40. So it's expensive for a mug, but it's the perfect mug. I mean, the perfect size, it fits perfectly in the hand. It's stunningly beautiful. It's got that handmade quality. The glaze colors are all gorgeous. And it's the perfect mug that anyone would want. And I think that there are a lot of people for whom $40 is a bridge too far for a mug. And that's what makes it such a good gift because most people use mugs. Most people have mugs. For most people, this is going to be a significant, dramatic upgrade on whatever mug they use every day for their coffee or their tea because it's just the best ever. And most people wouldn't get it for themselves. I mean, I did. But it's also the kind of thing that's so ubiquitous that you could just place one order and like have it all done. You know, you could buy like 8 East Fork mugs, and then over the holiday season, whenever there's someone where you're like, oh, I would really love to give this person a gift when I see them, but I kind of forgot and I don't know what they would like, blah, 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 blah. You could like just grab one of those mugs and take it to them and, you know, happy holidays. And it's just perfect. So delightful. Sorry, I'm getting overwrought. I just feel like this is one of my most brilliant ideas yet when it comes to gift giving. And I'm also personally very passionate about these mugs, and I get so excited to share the things I love. Let's move on before I make a fool of myself. Okay, next up, Machete. This is a brand that has been featured a little bit on my channel this year because they've sent me a couple of things. I have to say though, I have been obsessed with Machete for a long time. I was stalking their website, lurking, putting especially the clips, the claw clips on my personal wish list. Like I had a claw clip and the French hairpin on my personal holiday and birthday wish list for like a year and a half, 2 years. And I was like, when is somebody going to get me some Machete stuff as a gift? I wanted it so badly as a gift. And so of course it's making it onto my gift guide. What happened was I connected with the brand and I was like, you all have no idea how much I have stalked you. And they sent me a couple of pieces and I've only fallen further in love with the brand. So let me show you. I actually have a good selection of like the breadth. Their classic piece is the claw clip. Like this is to me their claim to fame. And it comes in all the different, I mean, you wouldn't say prints, right? It's not a print. It's like an acetate design, right? It comes in all the different. So you can get this in a more classic tortoiseshell, in colors, in this amazing like checkered, brown and white checkered acetate. I love this one. Here's the French hairpin. I'm actually a little bit surprised by how much I've used this. And they also sent me a gold one, not like solid gold, but like a gold metal one that I've used even more than I use this one. And because of that, I don't know where it is because I've been like taking it in my bags, using it. And so it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Classic. What I like to do with these, just brief side note, because I've actually had questions about how to use them. You can put your hair up with nothing but this. It's a little bit challenging, especially if you have a PC haircut like I do. But what I find is that if I braid my hair and then take the braid and put it up with the pin, it's incredible. And I've been doing that a lot actually during my maternity leave. When I wanted to get my hair out of my face, I've been making a lot of use of these. And I'll demonstrate that on camera sometime soon. But you know, it's just such a beautiful object. So on the smaller end with Machete, the small but still very luxurious side, we have those smaller accessories. And it's just like the mug, right? I think this is the best you can buy of this type of thing. You can get an acetate hair clip or like a plastic clip like this from Amazon or from the drugstore, but it's just not going to be, I mean, I think they actually advertise it as an heirloom quality claw clip because they're that confident that it's just going to last and last. It's not going to break. The materials are top quality. Everything is put together so beautifully. And consequently, they cost way more. I don't know the exact cost of each size, but it's up there. It's up there to the point where it's like, that's why I had it on my personal wish list because it felt like $30 or something for this just felt a little bit too much for me to just up and buy it for myself. On the slightly more expensive side, but still small-ish, they've got some stunning jewelry. And I actually think they have these hoops, the perfect hoops that come in different sizes. These are the ones that I'm always wearing. I think these are the 2-inch gold hoops. These might be the 1 or the 1.5. I'll put the actual links in the description box of what they actually are. And then I also have these much smaller silver ones. And all of the sizes come in silver and gold. They are truly the perfect hoops. I cannot get over it. And I've worn these. I've had these for a while and I've just worn them incessantly. If there's somebody on your gift giving list who would wear a pair of hoops, who would appreciate a pair of hoops, you truly can't go wrong with the Machete Perfect hoops, especially at a slightly more modest size like this where you know they're not going to be way too big for the person. I gave some perfect hoops in silver to my cousin for her birthday, along with a couple of other Machete things. And it was just absolutely perfect. I felt so confident like giving them to her. And she's like a cool Gen Z person. And she loved it. This is a newish launch from them. And I wanted you to see the beautiful packaging that it comes in, which is another thing that makes it really giftable. Look at this. I can't remember what print this is, but this is like my favorite acetate from them for sure. It's so pretty. Oh no, I'm going to ruin the effect. I'm going to ruin the I don't brush my hair look. Okay, and now on the high end from Machete, some really, really stunning and more pricey things that they sell. Sunglasses. I have worn these at every opportunity. I'm hard pressed to take them off right now. I'll do it in a minute, but I just need to leave them. They're so like, I feel like these sunglasses could cut a bee. You know what I mean? They've just got that And this is a pretty new launch from them, and it came in this really beautiful box. So again, primed for gift giving. A very, I guess you would say, high-end hairbrush. Really just a very expensive hairbrush, but that's beautifully made. Kind of like the last hairbrush you'll ever need, but it's just the pinnacle of hairbrushes. It's got the mixed bristles, the boar bristles mixed in with these longer tipped bristles. It's sturdy. It's beautiful. I haven't started really using it yet because I wanted it not to be full of my hair when I showed it to you on camera, and I can't wait. So basically, very special, very giftable accessories at every price point, kind of from Machete. I think that could work for a variety of people. Okay, let's talk about beauty. So I always like to include, or I can't remember if I included it last year, but I like to think about kind of like makeup for the non-makeup wearer. Or I guess it's kind of beauty products that I think a lot of you would enjoy giving because you like beauty. But if you're giving them to a friend or family member who's not as into beauty as you are, who doesn't wear as much makeup as you do, which brand do you go to? Like, what's the right thing to give some of your passion for beauty in a form that can be received by someone who doesn't have your same passion, you know? This is a real life situation for me because I have so many friends and family members who just aren't really into makeup or in the beauty community at all, but I love to give them things, and I'm in the position of being able to give products that have come to me in PR. So I have a lot of experience giving away beauty products to people who wouldn't have bought them for themselves and then getting the feedback from them about what they like and what they actually end up using and wearing. And I will tell you, across the board, I get the best feedback, especially from my beauty reluctant family members about Merit, the Merit products that I give them. And the Merit holiday kit is so pretty this year. I unfortunately spilled something out, like I got makeup on it and then I tried to clean it, and see this, like those smears, it doesn't look like that. When it's new, it's all just this solid, beautiful brown, like beautiful brown. Side note, brown is trending. I'm so happy. Everything's brown. I haven't bought a brown sweater yet, but everybody's coming out with brown sweaters. I'm so happy. Anyway, I messed up the inside too because I spilled whatever it was. I don't even know what it was. It was like something oily, maybe skincare. I spilled it on the inside too, so it's all imperfect, but what a great gift. So I talked about these products and showed footage of myself applying them to my face in my recent new makeup hot takes video. I'll link that below in case you want to see that in more detail. I do feel like this kit is ideal for somebody who doesn't wear a ton of makeup. Like, this would just make such a great gift for anyone who falls in that space where it's like they're probably open to it. They don't really know what to wear, and you don't want to overwhelm them by giving them like a colorful eyeshadow palette. And then they're like, oh, thanks. I know you're really into this kind of thing. Give them this instead. But it also occurs to me that the Merit lipstick formula, which I'm always talking about as being a real lipstick that's also incredibly wearable because it has those chapsticky qualities. You could do with Merit lipsticks what I was suggesting doing with the East Fork mugs. I feel like the Merit lipstick is a great formula to give one to each of your friends in a specific friend group, for example. So if it would give you a lot of joy to be able to give makeup, but you're worried about giving something that your friends and family will actually like or actually use, maybe consider Merit. Okay, here's something that I actually do have some of it in the house, but I forgot to bring it down here to show you, and I think that's okay. I'll be able to put pictures on the screen. I'm fairly new to this brand, Quince. I've kind of espied them from time to time, but I only recently made a purchase from Quince and it was very successful, and that's why I'm bringing it here to the gift guide, because it was a gift. So Quince is one of those brands that makes like unlabeled versions of high-end things, but they source materials and products from the same factories and the same places as high-end brands. So they give the impression that you're getting almost the same thing, a dupe of the thing, but with the same quality materials as you would be getting if you bought a coveted brand name thing. They sort of make dupes, but they are like inspired by, and then the prices are just much more reasonable than they are for a lot of the brand name versions of the nice things that they sell. I don't know if I described that well, but if you click through and look at Quince, you'll see what I'm talking about. So for Joe's birthday, I bought him some cashmere joggers and a cashmere hoodie. There's nothing I love more personally than elevated loungewear, or I guess, what did I say? Luxury loungewear. It's like my favorite category of thing to give. Yeah, especially Joe. I'm just always giving him elevated loungewear. It's happened several times. And because it's Quince, like I wouldn't have been able to afford literally a cashmere tracksuit from, I think, probably any other brand. But because it's Quince, I was able to get him the whole thing. So the question kind of was, because I had never made a purchase from Quince before, like, would the cashmere be decent? And it totally is. It's thicker than I would have thought for the price point. Very soft. I was so pleased with the purchase. I was really pleased with the gift. Joe was really pleased with the gift. I would do it again in a second, and I might do it again this holiday season. The whole thing was nice, but the joggers in particular make a really great gift. If you know somebody's pants size, or you can kind of guess what they would wear, the men's joggers are really, really great for, I think, the $99 that they cost. The cashmere joggers. That's a lot, though. That's like a feature gift, like cashmere joggers, or Quince sells a cashmere robe. A cashmere robe. A great thing to know about, I feel. And cashmere joggers, I mean, that's a great all ages gift, and a gift for the person who has everything. You know, I feel like those could be solutions to gifting for that person who always stumps you. Actually, also my dad. I could really see it for my dad, the cashmere joggers, and my grandmother. So again, those, I've jumped right into the feature gift end of the Quince spectrum. But the thing that I wanted to really share with you, the thing that's actually on my list, is that they have smaller cashmere items like gloves, and they have these leather gloves that are lined with cashmere that are really affordable for what they are. The gloves in particular that are just all cashmere, I think they're like $30. That's a great item to receive, and at a price point, that's a really great price point to give, to get something to give as a gift. And also the kind of thing where it could be like, you get a pair of cashmere gloves and you get a pair of cashmere gloves, and all of your gift giving woes are taken care of like in one fell swoop if you just give a pair to everyone. So I'm kind of new to Quince, but it seems great. And when I was getting Joe's birthday present and noodling around on the website, I just could not help but think what a great resource it would be for the holidays. Okay, lastly, and then I have a couple of honorable mentions, but the last serious one that made it onto the list is a little bit more specific, maybe, than anything, a little more niche, maybe, but it's something that I've given as a gift that I personally love, that a lot of you all have commented on, and it's this shirt that I'm wearing. So the brand Cos makes this 100% merino wool, fine knit, long sleeve shirt with thumb holes. They make it every year in a bunch of colors, and actually I think the number of colors has increased. They used to just have maybe 2 colors a year or 3, and they would all kind of be neutral, and then there would like be one green. This year, I feel like they've got like 10 colors. They have lilac, they have a striped one. They've realized what a great staple piece it is. And I think there are a lot of people like me who go back and buy one every year, basically. I like add one to my wardrobe every year. So I have a black one. I have this one. I have a striped one that I don't wear that often, but I got on sale. I have kind of a mustardy taupe one that I got last year. And I think I have a light beige one as well. So yeah, I have 5. Is that right? I have 5. And I do think that it's been one a year for the past 5 years. Or maybe there was a year that I bought 2 and it's been the past 4 years. But the thing is, as you will have observed if you are a watcher of my channel, I wear them all the time. All the time. Like, I appeared on camera in this exact top with a black bra underneath, which is a look that I love, like 100 times last winter. I wear them all the time. They're perfect. The perfect winter top, because it's sleek and fine, but warm because it's wool, but very soft for wool. Has a sensuality because of the sheerness and the sleekness, but they're also very, very flattering, and the stretch is incredible. That's the thing that makes it such a good gift. You don't have to worry too much about sizing with them. I usually wear a medium in tops, but I have smalls in these because the sizing is really quite generous. And now post-pregnancy, I've probably gone up to like a large, extra large in a lot of things, especially in this area, and these still fit me. So if there's someone in your life who you think would love this and you're not sure whether they usually wear a medium or a large, for example, you can get them a medium and you know that it'll fit because of the way that this is designed and because the material is so soft and stretchy. So I've given this top to my mom, I think like 2 years in a row. I've given one to each of my cousins, and I get a lot of comments and questions in the comments about these tops when I wear them. People are like, I'm looking for that exact level of sheerness. What is it that you're wearing? So this is what it is. Not only is it a great thing to know about maybe for yourself, but I personally think that this shirt makes a great gift. Okay, quickly, the honorable mentions. Jenni Kayne, this is if you want to give someone a very expensive gift. And where is it? Oh, I forgot to bring my cardigan down here. So I have a very good friend who recently had kind of a windfall and gave me as a gift this chunky Jenni Kayne cardigan. And it is just such a marvelous gift that I had to include it. And I always like to include something where it's like, if you really want to go big. I know that some of you out there, like this is the level at which you're giving gifts every holiday season. The thing that I think makes it great is that the styling is very oversized. So again, it's like easier to buy clothing for someone if it's meant to be oversized. You don't have to stress out so much about sizing. It's a really cozy work from home type of thing. A lot of people need that type of thing right now. Work from home styling, I guess, is kind of easier to gift. And this is the pinnacle of luxury of that type of thing. The Jenni Kayne cashmere cocoon cardigan, the variations on the theme of that cardigan. I mean, Jenni Kayne is wildly expensive, but I've tiptoed into the brand a little bit. I now own 2 pieces, this one cardigan that was a gift from a friend and that oversized raw silk shirt that I bought for myself earlier this year. And the brand has just impressed me so much. It's something that I feel passionate about right now. And I don't know, I wanted to drop it into the gift guide for that reason, in case it's not on your radar and it's the kind of thing that would work for you. Quince also makes basically a dupe of the Jenni Kayne cocoon cardigan. I think that the drop shoulder is at a slightly different point. I would guess that the heft of the cashmere is not quite the same, but from what I've read, it's a very, very, very close dupe. So that could be an option too, if this is the kind of thing that you're into, but you don't want to spend, like $500 on the Jenni Kayne cardigan. It's a lot. People who are really into it say that it's worth it. They feel that it's worth it. Those cocoon cardigans. I don't have one of those, but maybe the Quince one is a better bet. So that's my thing that's an honorable mention instead of a main course item because of it being so expensive. And then the next 2 are very brief honorable mentions, and they're honorable mentions because I talked about them last year. So one is Caraway, cookware and food storage stuff. I'm a big fan of this brand, especially, again, if you want to go big. The unboxing experience with Caraway is so impressive. It's like the most glamorous big box under the Christmas tree that someone unwraps and then they start opening the box and it looks incredibly gorgeous and stunning and you can't believe it. Like, it's that kind of a gift. The set of cookware or the set of bakeware or the set of food storage stuff, it's that kind of gift. And I just think it could be so perfect. If it's the right thing, it's so the right thing. And I just wanted to mention it again because I know that some of you did get Caraway stuff to give as gifts last year and it went really well. And then lastly, I have to mention Printfresh pajamas for the same reason because I've talked about Printfresh a lot on my channel. I have gotten so much feedback from people saying, I learned about this brand from you and I'm obsessed with it. Like, people are constantly messaging me being like, these are my favorite pajamas. I gave these pajamas as a gift, to my sister and she loves them. I think the robes make especially great gifts because they have that size versatility. You don't have to be as exact about sizing as you do with other things. But I'm not going to hold forth about Printfresh because, you already know. And I talked about them in my gift guide last year, which I will link below because, all of those suggestions are still valid this year too. So if you didn't see it, you might want to go back and watch that one too. And that is it. Thanks again to Nécessaire for sponsoring. This was delightful. I hope that I didn't get too manic. I mean, I feel like I get those like cha-ching heart eyes, like googly eye, spiral eyes when I start talking about gift giving, even though I have kind of become a little bit calmer about it over the years as I've evolved as a person. But there's still this like a jack-in-the-box box inside of me that just gets like unlatched by talking about what makes a really good gift and specific things that make really good gifts. And I just go wild. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with this going bananas version of me. And if you do need a gift guide, if that's why you're here, goodness gracious, I do hope that this was helpful. I mean, I feel like my ideas are brilliant. And I hope that that is true. I hope that someone's actually like, great, I'm just going to get 8 pairs of Quince cashmere gloves and give one to everyone who I need to give gifts to. And all my problems are solved. Thank you, Hannah Louise Poston. Like, I really, really hope that that's going on out there. And if it is, I hope you'll tell me because I always appreciate that feedback. And now I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. I do hope that you will subscribe if you aren't subscribed. So no matter what, don't forget to take extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.